What if time lost its grip on you? Imagine a life where the clock hand no longer dictated your schedule, where the need for sleep vanished. What if you could simply exist in a state of perpetual wakefulness, your mind and body always alert, always ready for the next adventure? This is the intriguing premise we'll explore, a world where sleep is but a distant memory, replaced by an insatiable thirst for experiences. For many, this might sound like a dream come true. The ability to explore the world without the limitations of sleep would be a traveler's ultimate fantasy. No more wasted hours in transit slumber, no more missed opportunities because your body demanded rest. Imagine the possibilities, the sheer volume of experiences one could accumulate if every single minute could be dedicated to exploration and discovery. But as with all things that glitter, the idea of a sleepless existence, particularly for the avid traveler, is not without its drawbacks. While the allure of endless exploration is undeniable, we must also consider the potential consequences of denying our bodies and minds the respite that sleep provides. Can a life lived at a relentless pace, constantly chasing new horizons, truly be fulfilling? Join me as we delve into the fascinating and perhaps unsettling reality of a world without sleep, where the traveler's map knows no boundaries, and the only constant is the relentless march of time. Our bodies are not machines. They are complex ecosystems that rely on a delicate balance of activity and rest. Sleep is not just about resting our weary muscles. It's a fundamental biological process that allows our bodies to repair, regenerate, and recharge. Depriving ourselves of this essential process would have profound and largely negative effects on our physical well-being. The most immediate consequence of sleep deprivation is a decline in cognitive function. Our ability to focus, concentrate, and make decisions would be severely impaired, making even simple tasks seem Herculean. Imagine trying to navigate the bustling streets of Tokyo or haggling for souvenirs in a Moroccan marketplace with a brain clouded by exhaustion. The very experiences that make travel so exhilarating would become muddled and confusing. Beyond the mental fog, our physical bodies would begin to rebel. Chronic sleep loss weakens the immune system, leaving us vulnerable to every passing bug and virus. Imagine succumbing to a nasty cold in the middle of the Amazon rainforest, far from proper medical care. The romance of the journey would quickly dissipate, replaced by the harsh realities of physical vulnerability. And then there are the long-term consequences, the increased risk of heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and even certain types of cancer. These are not mere inconveniences. They are life-altering conditions that could cut a journey short, leaving dreams unfulfilled and destinations unexplored. While the physical toll of sleeplessness is undeniable, the impact on our minds is perhaps even more complex and unpredictable. Some might argue that a mind unburdened by sleep would be a mind capable of unparalleled clarity and creativity. After all, it is in the stillness of the night, when our bodies are at rest, that our minds tend to wander, to make connections, to generate ideas. Without the distractions of the physical world, our thoughts could flow freely, unconstrained by the limitations of time and space. Imagine the insights one could gain, the problems one could solve if the mind were constantly engaged, constantly processing information. The world would become a boundless laboratory, ripe for exploration and discovery. However, this utopian vision of a perpetually alert mind ignores the crucial role that sleep plays in memory consolidation and emotional regulation. It is during sleep that our brains process the events of the day, transferring information from short-term to long-term memory. Without this essential downtime, our minds would become cluttered with a jumble of disconnected experiences, a chaotic tapestry of sights, sounds, and emotions. Furthermore, sleep deprivation can exacerbate existing mental health conditions and even trigger new ones. Anxiety, depression, and even psychosis can manifest in individuals deprived of sleep, casting a dark shadow over even the most vibrant of journeys. Let's for a moment set aside the potential downsides and indulge in the fantasy. Imagine the world as your oyster, a boundless playground where time is your only currency. With no need for sleep, the limitations of a typical itinerary vanish. You could embrace the true spirit of slow travel, lingering in each destination, immersing yourself in the local culture without the pressure of ticking off boxes on a checklist. Picture this. You could start your day with a sunrise hike to the summit of Mount Fuji, the crisp mountain air filling your lungs as you witness the world awaken below. Then, hop on a bullet train and whiz across Japan to Kyoto, where you'll spend the afternoon exploring ancient temples and serene gardens. As evening descends, you board a flight to Bangkok, immersing yourself in the vibrant chaos of its night markets, savoring the exotic flavors of street food as the city throbs around you. And your journey wouldn't end there. With no need to sleep, you could continue hopping across continents, experiencing the world in a way that most can only dream of. The Amazon rainforest, the Great Barrier Reef, the Northern Lights. These natural wonders, often confined to bucket lists and daydreams, could become tangible experiences, woven into the fabric of your sleepless life. Section 5. Sunrise in Fiji, Sunset in Santorini, a day in the sleepless life. Experience the world in a different light. Witness the sunrise and sunset daily, as integral parts of your routine. Picture this. You're lounging on a pristine beach in Fiji, the turquoise water lapping at your feet as the sun peeks over the horizon. Savor a leisurely breakfast of fresh fruit. As the day progresses, you find yourself drawn to the local village where you spend hours chatting with friendly locals. Try your hand at weaving a traditional Fijian mat. As afternoon fades into evening, you board a plane your destination, Santorini, Greece. Arrive as the sun begins its descent, casting a golden glow. Find a cozy taverna overlooking the Aegean Sea. Sip on chilled white wine as you watch the sun melt into the sea. Section 6. The Nomad's Heart, Finding Peace in Perpetual Motion. For many, the idea of a life without sleep might seem overwhelming, even anxiety-inducing. The constant stimulation, the lack of downtime, wouldn't it eventually drive you mad? Perhaps. But for others, those with a restless spirit, a yearning for constant exploration, a sleepless existence might be strangely liberating. Imagine the freedom of answering only to your own internal compass, of allowing your curiosity to guide your every step. You could shed the constraints of a traditional life, the 9-to-5 grind, the societal expectations, the pressure to conform. You could become a citizen of the world, a nomad at heart, your only possessions the experiences you collect along the way. This constant movement, this immersion in diverse cultures and environments could foster a profound sense of interconnectedness. You would begin to see the world through a different lens, one that transcends borders and languages, one that recognizes the shared humanity that binds us all. And within this perpetual motion, you might find a surprising sense of peace. Not the stillness of a quiet mind, but the peace that comes from living in alignment with your true nature, from embracing the unknown with open arms. For some, the silence of sleep might be deafening, while the symphony of a world in constant motion is music to their ears. Section 7. Beyond the Horizon, Witnessing Miracles of Time and Nature. Witness the world's slow transformations, the miracles unfolding over time. See a glacier calving, the tides moving, a rare flower blooming. Track the Great Migration in the Serengeti, witnessing wildebeest thunder across the plains. Spend a year in the Amazon, immersing in its vibrant ecosystem. Witness the Northern Lights dance across the sky or the Milky Way arching overhead. Explore ancient ruins like Angkor Wat, tracing intricate carvings, imagining ancient lives. Section 8. The Price of Eternity. Can wanderlust outweigh weariness? As we've explored the tantalizing possibilities of a sleepless existence, we've also encountered the potential pitfalls, the physical deterioration, the mental strain, the emotional toll of perpetual motion. Could the human spirit, no matter how adventurous, truly endure a life without rest, without the restorative embrace of sleep? The allure of endless exploration is undeniable. But at what cost? Would we become so consumed by the pursuit of new experiences that we lose sight of the present moment, the simple joys that make life worth living? Perhaps the true magic of travel lies not in the quantity of experiences, but in the quality of our attention. It's about being present in each moment, savoring the sights, sounds, and smells, allowing ourselves to be transformed by the encounter. It's about connecting with people from different cultures, listening to their stories, sharing laughter and meals, forging bonds that transcend language barriers. And perhaps, just perhaps, the greatest gift of travel is the reminder that we are not machines. We are human beings with limits, with a fundamental need for rest and rejuvenation. Maybe the true adventure lies in finding the balance between our thirst for exploration and our need for stillness, between the outward journey and the inward one. Section 9. Join the journey. Subscribe for more tales of travel and time. What are your thoughts on a life without sleep? Would you embrace the endless possibilities of perpetual exploration, or do you cherish the restorative power of slumber? If you're as captivated by the intersection of travel and the human experience as we are, we invite you to join our community of fellow explorers. Subscribe to our newsletter for more thought-provoking articles, inspiring travel stories, and practical tips to make the most of your precious time on this planet. Let's continue the conversation. Share your thoughts, dreams, and travel aspirations with us in the comments below. After all, the journey is always more enriching when it's shared.